In the city of Tromsø, the northern lights can be admired by night, and in Norway's largest planetarium by day. The spectacular images are part of a 30-minute digital show called Experience the Aurora. But many people still want the real thing. When the locals are nestled indoors on wintry evenings, the tourists are wide awake. They board buses to the outskirts of Tromsø in hopes of seeing the northern lights. Karina Weinschenk also takes her van out every evening in search of the aurora borealis. But there's no guarantee of success.
But I will try my best.
The tours head outside the city where there are no artificial lights to interfere with the view. Another crucial factor, of course, is a cloudless sky.
So what you have to do when you want to take a picture, you just focus on the mountain. And the mountain is far away. If you don't have the settings infinity, just focus on the mountain. If the mountain is clear on the picture, you can take northern light pictures afterwards.
Weinschenk's photos of the northern lights inspire the tourists to take out their cameras too. But most of them need a few tips first.
You just put it on infinity.
So one manual focus on.
Manual focus on. 2.5 seconds, I think that is a little bit too less, but 2.8, that is good.
And then it's time to be patient and hope they will make an appearance. The northern lights.
With a clear sky, you can sometimes see the northern lights, but not always. The shortest northern light I ever saw was 5 minutes. But it can also be the entire night.
For adventurous types, there's also an aurora borealis safari 200 kilometers away, complete with reindeer-drawn sleighs. Most of the tours are offered by indigenous Sami people, but tonight it's overcast.
Yeah, it's snowing, so you never know. But you can also always cross all the fingers and toes and everything, feet and leg and everything. Because last night when we were traveling with reindeer here, it was snowing like this, but suddenly it was breaking up and we saw the northern light a little bit. So you never know when you are traveling outside. The most important is being outside, stay outside, not sit inside.
Tonight, the aurora borealis failed to make an appearance. A disappointment, but many tourists, like this family from Australia, will give it another try.
We came to Norway to see the Northern Lights, so we spent about a week here in Tromsø and been on 3 different tours to see the lights. Each night it's been different. We've seen them. They've been very spectacular. We've enjoyed it a lot. We've done some dog sledding and tonight we did some reindeer sledding.
Karina Weinschenk is also having her patience tested tonight. She and her group have already driven nearly 360 kilometers. And finally, they're rewarded, at least a little bit.
I always take photos myself too. Many people only use a digital camera, so they can't take such good pictures of the northern lights. That's why I always take a few and then I email them to people who only had a digital camera or who weren't able to take pictures for one reason or another.
The intrepid tour group drove almost as far as the Finnish border in search of the northern lights. After 8 hours on the road, at 3 in the morning, they finally returned to Tromsø.